Here's a word problem that does not have a corresponding um, example in the book, but this is one of the exercises in section 1.7. And so in the email I sent, I told you that there's a student solution manual. And so if you can look in the book to find this problem, I think it's number 35, in the textbook, then under the chapter contents link in MyLabs Plus, you'll have the student solution guide, and it will walk you through a solution to one version of this problem. But I'll do the same thing. So I'll only answer the A and the B part, since the C and the D are kind of similar. The idea here, again, is just to try to get a decent picture. Don't be afraid to guess. So in this case, if I wanted to make a guess, the question, of course, is what are the dimensions? But they want the length and width. They want the length to be twice the width. So if I were just to guess 4 feet here for the width, then I know that means that my length would be 8 feet. So, and again, I have no expectation that these guesses are right, but I know that if I can make a guess and then check my guess, then I'll have discovered all of the pieces of the puzzle that I need to figure out. They say I have 73 feet of fencing to use around the outside, and so to figure out how much fencing I need to know what these dimensions are. So that's not the same as the 4 here. The 4 is this guy, and the 8 is this guy. So with this 2 feet of padding, the 4 feet is going to have 2 feet more on this side, 2 feet more on this side. So over on this side, I'm going to have 8 feet. And along this length, I have 8 feet here, but then I'll have 2 more feet and 2 more feet. So that'll be 12 feet. So the perimeter of the fence will be 8 feet of fencing here, plus 12 feet, plus 8 feet, plus 12 feet. So the amount of fence that I need is just going to be the sum of all 4 of those values. So 8 plus 12 plus 8 plus 12. So the amount of fence I have in this case will be 40 feet. Now, so that's not as big as I can make it because I have 73 feet of fencing available. But now I'm ready to solve the problem. So I'm going to let x be the width. So instead of 4, I'm going to use the letter x. Let me go get my eraser here. So instead of 4, I'm going to label this side x. I know that the length is supposed to be twice the width, so whatever the number is for the width, the length will be twice that. So 2x is the length. Okay, let me go back to these other pieces that I put in. This x has a 2-foot cushion on this side and a 2-foot cushion on this side. So whatever this x is, I'm going to add 2 plus 2 to it. So I'm going to add 4 feet to my x to get this side. And then finally, instead of the 12 feet, it's going to be the size of the garden, the 2x, plus again a 2-foot cushion plus a 2-foot cushion. So on this side, I should label this 2x plus 4. So in each case, the fencing goes 2 feet beyond the garden in each direction, so I'm adding 4 to the width of the garden and 4 to the length of the garden. And so my perimeter then, the amount of fencing that I need, remember before I got it by just adding the numbers around, so I'm going to do the same thing. It'll be x plus 4 plus 2x plus 4 plus x plus 4 again, coming up this side, plus 2x plus 4 again. And so those are 4 quantities. I mean, I really should put them in parentheses since they're separate quantities. But when you're adding numbers, the parentheses really don't do anything. So if I collect all these terms, oh, I'm sorry, and I want that to be equal to 73. Right, I want to use all my fencing. So the amount of fencing I need is this expression of x. I want that to be equal to 73. So on this side, I have x plus 2x plus x plus 2x. So if I collect by x terms, I'll have 6x. And I have plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, so that's 16. Subtract 16 from both sides. And so x is 57 divided by 6, whatever that is. Feet. So that's like 9 1/3 feet. So my they tell me to round to the nearest tenth, so I guess that's going to be 9.3 there. And then over here, my length should be twice that, so if you double it, you'll have 18.7, I think, for the length. The B part asks for the area of the garden, and so don't forget area is just the product of width times length, so it'll just be the product of these two things. So it'll be your 18.7 times your 9.3. Whatever that is. So the and the C and the D part just give you different dimensions. That the length is not twice the width; it's something else. But the idea of the problem would be the same.